Right, it's another Steve Does Thursdays, which is on a Saturday that will be going on sometime in the near future. Right, today we're going to be doing this.
The royal way.
Yeah, pen. Mr. Kipling, Exceedingly Good Cakes, Indulgent Cake Mix Triple Chocolate. £2.75 when we purchased it in 1963. It's been in the back of the cupboards. Are you going to film making it?
Yeah.
I'll see you at the end when I stick it down me gullet. See you soon.
Okay then, let's get down to the real work. Now, we don't buy cake mixes. We don't. And I think this has got to be stunningly good for £2.75. It's just a cake mix, there's no filling. They recommend buying, for a superior rich finish, fill, top or glaze your cake with our exceedingly good signature chocolate fudge and glaze icing, No, glaze icing, it does say. I'm not going to do that. Steve is rather partial to a Black Forest Gatto. So, I have got black cherry pie filling, and I'm going to fill ours with black cherry pie filling and fresh cream. But let's show you what I've done so far. I have greased and I have lined 2 sandwich tins. In here I have, and I am looking because I can't remember because I'm an idiot, 175 grams, 170 ml of skimmed milk and 3 eggs. And I've got 105 grams of melted butter there. So let's just pour. Apparently that's all you do, dead simple. Oh, that does smell very, very chocolatey. That's really surprised me. Right, so I've got my cake mix in the tin. No, it's not. It's in a bowl. I'm lying again, aren't I? Right, come down and see what we do. Right, all I've done is I've poured the milk, the melted butter and the eggs into here. And all I have to do now is whisk. Obviously get rid of any lumps of the mixture until smooth and creamy. Now, I think even the most non-baker amongst us can manage this bit. I was going to get out the mixer. I should have, because it is easy to do, but if you've got any joint issues, like I have with my arthritis, it's not quite as easy as it sounds. So I'm going to mix this until it's all done and come back. I've got the oven on preheating. We're all mixed, and now I'm just going to pop this into the cake cases. Well, baking tins, sandwich tins, whatever. It is really, really rich. I am gobsmacked at how rich it is, to be quite honest with you. But that's good, isn't it? When you have a chocolate cake, you want it to be chocolatey. And that's why if you're making a chocolate cake from scratch, use cocoa, not drinking chocolate. Cocoa will be a richer flavour and also give you the dark colour that you want for a chocolate cake. And then we're just going to move this around the tin so that we know it's completely to the edges. You do that with both of them. Right. And because this is a fan oven that I'm using, it's at 150 and they recommend about 24 to 28 minutes. So obviously I'm going to go with the 24 minutes and go from there. we can add on time. If we cook it too much, it's ruined. So that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now they won't both fit on the same shelf, so I'll move them over at some point. But there's nothing I can do now until they're cooked. Right, we're almost cooked. I used a skewer to check that it was cooked all the way through. And don't go down like that. Go in at an angle because you get more of the cake mix, so you know that it's cooked. And another little tip, leave them in the tins to cool for a little while, but when you turn them out, put a cloth over your cooling rack, and that way you don't get the marks from the cooling rack on your cakes. Just looks a little bit nicer. Right, hold on. There we go. Right. And what I did find out when I was washing up the bowl was that there are actually little chocolate chips inside this cake mix. And you can see the cake is starting to come away from the edges, so that's another indication that it is cooked. Right, switch that off. I'm going to leave those for a couple of minutes, turn them out, and you will see them when I have turned them out and they are cooled. But let's just leave them doing their thing. Right, our cakes are cooled. They are out of the tin and they are on the cooling rack on a tea towel, like I said. And I'll just show you why. Because if you look, there's not really a mark from the cooling rack. So, and they smell so chocolatey. I am in shock at how chocolatey they sound. So let's turn them over and see which one looks best. For the top, that one does. So we're just going to pop that there. Let's move this over to half and move you down. Right, I have whisked some double. For you in America, that would be heavy cream with some icing sugar and some vanilla extract. Remember, always extract, not essence. Why? Because essence is chemical, extract is pure. Or vanilla bean paste would have been good, but I'm out of that, so I'm going to need to raid the piggy bank and buy some more. And we're just going to pop, not quite to the edges, because when we put the top on, it will spread out a little bit of spray. And now cherry pie filling. Black cherry, because black cherries are traditionally what are in a Black Forest gatto. Black Forest has nothing to do with the cherries. Black Forest is an area in Germany. Right, be generous. Am I going to use it all? I think I probably will. Right, and then we'll just get our other sponge, let's move that out of the way, and pop that on top. Give it a little squidge so that you can see everything coming down the sides. And now what do I do? Got a little bit of cream left. Is it enough? Is it enough? Oh, I don't know. But I'm taking a chance because I'm going to try and sort of go for the real Black Forest gatto look. And I'm going to just get it out and dollop it on top and spread it, and then you'll see what I'm going to do. Guess I don't need a lot for this, it's just to hold something on. Right, now I'm going to spread it over. Now, I don't normally keep a cake in the fridge because it can toughen up and harden up the sponge, but obviously this has fresh cream, so keeping it refrigerated is the best idea. And then I've got some chocolate, just some cheap chocolate. Well, is chocolate cheap? Not anymore, it's not. It's anything. And I am going to just grate some chocolate over the top, and you can see why I needed the cream on top, because I want it to stick. Oops. Now, you can decorate your cake however you want. You can use the chocolate icing and glaze that they suggest, but I will argue that this looks just as good. And look, I've got a couple of cherries left that can just sit on top there, so we know exactly what we've got. Look at that. Right, excuse me. So, Mr. Kipling indulgent cake mix, triple chocolate indulgent cake mix for Steve as a nod to a Black Forest gatto. Well, he's going to come and have a look. You on camera?
Oh.
Camera's on. Look at that.
Is it my birthday?
Yeah.
Well, it don't look like Mr. Kipling's.
No, but I wasn't going to buy that glacé.
Oh, right, okay.
Because at least this way I might eat a bit of it. If it was all chocolate, there's no way I'd eat any.
You have to wait to be invited.
So do you.
No, that's mine.
Anyway, that's what it looks like. Steve will do a taste test on camera, and we'll be back then. Right then, that noise you can hear in the background is the kettle, because we're going to have a cup of tea and a slice of cake. And let's see how it cuts, shall we? Excuse me. Right. Oh, beautifully soft. Yep, that's cut really well. You know, I do get worried, especially with a shop bought cake mix and then having to have had it in the fridge because of the cream in it. But, oh, that looks actually quite nice. Well, it looks better than quite nice, it does look nice. Alright, here you go. On the plate. Let me show you it cut. That's the kettle just boiled. So I'll make the tea and we'll be back. Oh, actually, no, hold on. There you go. We'll be back.
Right, it's actually the next day. if you remember, that's what we made. £2.75 from Sainsbury's. I don't believe I said that. You've seen what Penn did to it. I mean, it's gone from £2.75 to about 35 quid.
Was it rubbish?
Right. Obviously, I'm going to eat the bit of the cake without the rest of it, because obviously she just went in. Now I find generally cake mixes are usually more dense than homemade cakes, but let's give it a go. It's dense. Not as chocolatey as I
Not as
thought.
chocolatey as it smelt.
As it smelt. I actually going to say what Penn's done is going to make it a lot better. It's denser, but they always are.
Try it with the filling.
It makes a hell of a difference. Would we buy it again? No. But we understand not everybody wants to bake. So if you're prepared to buy, I mean, this is Mr. Kipling, so we're a cheap shit one.
But can I just say, I'm going to come in. You could make it cheaper yourself, definitely.
Yeah, but
if you have the ingredients.
Yeah.
If you've got to go out and buy all the
and
ingredients,
you've
then
used
no.
doesn't. Yeah, as I say, we know people sometimes can't be bothered. But if you want a chocolate cake and you want to do the other stuff, because that has helped it, then yeah.
How many stars?
Stars, I'm going to go 2, to be honest.
And how many stars altogether with the filling? Does it improve it?
It does improve it, so I'll go 3 stars with the rest of it. So I think if you was to make a cake, then obviously that would be 27 stars.
Oh, well done.
Right, there you go. There's another one for you for a Thursday. Usual, please subscribe, please like, please comment. If you've got something you'd like me to try, put in there, and if we're able, then we'll give it a go. All right then. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Oh, keep cooking.